Not a whole lot of super fluent English speaking people that I could really hold a conversation with. So I didn't ask a lot of questions, but they're at least, I'm guessing, long term leases on those spots, mostly tents. But a super cool vibe. Good food. We got food from, I think, 6 different tents. Some shawarma and some some straight coal-fired stuff. Some dumplings that were phenomenal. Did get a burger. Some really street tacos were phenomenal. Yeah. Some candied fruit, which really is just fruit dipped in sugar.
Yeah.
It's just sugar shell, but I mean, it's still good. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty cool little area. That was the most food truck-y thing we did, I think, while we were there. But yeah, the alligator farm that we went to, park that we went to had a food truck doing food there, their own food truck. But the guy told us not to get the gator bites. He said it's just going to taste like anything else that's fried. He said there's a place down the road though. He said it's real gator, harvested well. He said, but you're gonna have to mortgage your house to eat it. I said, everything's relative. I mean,
really?
I don't mind paying. I'm gonna guess it's probably like $30 a plate type of thing,
so
or you know. No, we didn't end up going down there. Okay. We went further. That was pretty much at the tip of Florida. We went into Key Largo to have lunch that day. We went to Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill Bar in Key Largo. Angie pulled it up and said, "Is it Jimmy Johnson, the NFL guy, or Jimmy Johnson, the race car driver?" She's like, "I don't know."
What was it?
Football guy.
Oh,
football guy.
I was going to say. Yeah. I know he has. Oh no, it was Don Shula that has steakhouses.
So it was a pretty cool place. We ended up staying there for most of the day because they had a pool and you could rent a cabana. And so, yeah, we had our suits and everything. So the kids just swam in the pool most of the day. We pulled up a cabana. They had games on, naturally. A good variety of NFL fans there. Saw a handful of Lions fans there. So I sat in my cabana with my phone, watched the Lions destroy the Jaguars. Another dominant performance.
Throttle.
Yeah. I don't want to hear anything about it's just the Jaguars. Biggest margin of victory for any NFL team in 40 years.
I mean, it is just the Jaguars.
There have been worse teams than the Jaguars in the last 40 years.
Correct. But it's also the Jaguars.
The Lions being one of them.
It's also the Jaguars without their starting quarterback either.
Well, like he fucking matters.
No, I don't believe he matters either.
Yeah. Yeah. What's he going to distract us? Waving his hair around? Yeah. Trevor. No quarterback in the NFL should be named Trevor. It's right up there with Brock. Brock and Trevor. Looks like they should have a TV show on the Disney Channel. Brock and Trevor's Sweet Life.
That's funny.
But yeah, we won't get into football this week. Other than the fucking Chiefs lost. Suck it.
Yeah.
And the Lions are odds-on Super Bowl favorites for the first time in their franchise. So
fucking jinx it.
I'm not jinxing anything.
Just don't jinx it.
There are teams that I would be worried about jinxing. This is not one of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
Historically good to this point, and even if it all falls apart, I've enjoyed the ride. So.
And Zaloni got hurt again. Not again. Sorry, he got hurt.
Broke his arm. Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks.
So say, let's put him in a club.
If not, yeah. I mean, I think he'll be back sooner than 6 weeks, or at least definitely 8 weeks. So yeah. And better news is Hutch's cast is off. He's been walking in water.
Yes, I saw that.
He was on crutches at the game, so
good for him.
If they can make a run,
he could be back for Super Bowl.
I think he maybe even sooner. So I think he is more determined than ever, and he's going to push as hard as he can to get back. And I hope he doesn't hurt himself in the process. But I think it is killing him to miss out on the season.
So what would happen?
Who, by the way, he's still top 5 in sacks in the NFL, and he's missed the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Let's see what else.
But so you said 3 weeks for the how much? So do you want to? Can you tell us what equipment you bought and what you paid for it?
I have not purchased any as of yet. We just went and priced it.
Well, you have a price, but yeah. So what equipment?
3-door fridge,
Okay.
3-bay steam table, a 48-inch mega top prep table.
Ooh, megatop.
Yeah,
What makes it a megatop?
it holds more pans. It's a little bit deeper.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What else? Those are the biggest things. All
All right.
So
Grand total of.
uh,
Well, let me guess. Let's price is right at this shit.
it's at a store, so I can. So 3-door fridge. And a warmer. Sorry, new warmer. I have one, but I don't know if I trust it yet. So I know it works, but it needs some TLC.
Okay, 3-door fridge, warmer,
Insulated.
insulated warmer, the sandwich prep table.
Mega top, 48-inch.
Yeah.
And a 3-bay.
Okay, is that it?
3-bay steam table.
Okay, so I'm gonna say 9,000. 9,164.
I didn't get it down to the dollar. I mean, I actually kind of did, but so not including tax, it was 7,800.
Yeah.
What?
Seems too low.
No, it's everything that I looked at was, except for the fridge, was less than 2,000. Even the I think I can go out and get it.
Yeah, but I would have pegged that fridge at least 45.
No, 32. I think 32.99.
Okay. What's the brand on it?
Argus.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen them. They have good reviews.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't include prep tables and wire racks, but
Yeah. Okay.
$170 for a mop sink. That's required. I have. Still gonna probably a couple $100 for some faucets. So
yeah.
we're probably over 8. I mean, we're definitely over 8 with tax and delivery. So my goal was to be under 10 with everything. Still don't know if I'm. So I asked somebody that has a BFG, or not BFG, a BFO, if they're looking to move it. And all I got back was, well, make them an offer. I'm like, I don't know what to offer. They're 15 grand brand new.
10 grand.
I was thinking 9. Go up from there, but I know he's had it for a couple of years, but they don't use it very often.
Yeah. I mean, you're already taking a third off the retail.
Yeah.
And 10, which will probably feel like a low ball number to them.
Well, it just makes me think if I should just buy two.
One.
No, buy 2 used like 2860s. But that way, if I don't use them all, I don't have to. But then the other thing is, like, I'm sourcing wood. Where can I get wood in the wintertime? Where can I get wood now? So.
Oh, there's places. Isn't there like a barbecuewood.com or something like that?
There is, but that's that's way over expensive. That's way expensive.
But for winter, where's everybody getting their wood from in the summer?
Oh, for competition wise, yeah, like smokerwood.com, or there's a place in Ohio that you can go and get a truckload. Yeah, I mean, there's
so okay. Let's talk about it.
Then. There's a place in Michigan over on this side of the state that does kiln dried wood, which is the best burning wood you can find. Very, very low moisture content. When you have low moisture content, you have typically a clean burning fire. And I think that's where a lot of people screw up, is they get a higher moisture content, like green wood, and you just don't know how to burn it right. And so you get overly smoked food. That's not what I want. I don't want overly smoked food.
Right.
So that's something like that. A truckload.
Are you trimming your nails?
No. A truckload
Liar.
of wood. I believe a face cord, not even a truckload, but a face cord is like $400, and it might last like, depending on how much I need to cook, it might last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Actually, it probably could last a month if I'm cooking the days that I'm going to do it. So I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I was probably $600 a month in charcoal.
Well, that doesn't include charcoal because I need charcoal to start the fire.
Well, that's nothing though.
True. I'm hoping.
You're
I'll see if I can
two bags a month.
see if I can get sponsored somehow.
Get a 30-pound bag at Kingsford. You're good for the month to start a fire.
True.
I mean, you don't need good charcoal to start a fire in a stick burner.
Actually, there's a company called the Good Charcoal Company. It's really good stuff.
But you're not using it to cook. No. That's the thing. You don't need anything good to start your fire.
Base and then you go from there.
Yeah.
It's a stick. It's a bigger stick every hour. The competition guys that do a stick every 20 minutes are just, all it does is just build a coal base. Even more of a one. I was doing one. I had a patio with me at the World Foods. I was doing a stick like every hour. And for people who don't understand, like these smokers that we're talking about have insulated fireboxes, so they don't burn as fast as what you'd get if you did like a 500-gallon propane tank with somebody that has a non-insulated firebox.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good units.
I just don't. I'm really worried about electricity. Like I want to try to figure out if there's any possible way that if the power goes out, short of running a generator, I can still cook and I can still be open, whether it be the food truck or not. It might not be because the building doesn't have an auto generator. So if we're out of power, we're out of power.
Right.
Which is another thing I'm kind of worried about.
Is it a problem there?
I mean, it's a rural-ish town. So I had never asked how many times this year he ran out of power. I mean, it's on a normal power grid, but it's just a rural town. I think of rural towns going out of power more than cities for some reason. Knock on wood. I like in talking with our friend Chad, who literally I've been to his house, lives in very rural farm country. I don't live in farm country, but I consider myself rural. You know, there's houses across the street or there's houses, next door, but we're not touching each other.
Yeah.
So like I don't picture you living rurally, even though you have farm like down the street.
Across the road.
Is that one across the road? That was just land.
I have horses across the road from me.
Oh, that's just horses. I told my daughter yesterday I want to live on a farm and not do farm stuff, just to say I live on the
farm. Yeah, I think you're over concerning yourself with it.
Yeah, probably.
Unless they are losing power 10 times a year, which they're probably not.
No, I know.
I put in some sensors.
Yes.
Get some fridge sensors. Get some smoker sensors. And as long as you wake up to alerts, on your phone.
I did order the new ThermoWorks wireless probe.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be delivered here shortly.
Fireboard also has those now too.
Yes.
Looking forward to playing with all the new stuff. Yeah, if you wake up to those alerts and alarms from your smoker stuff,
should be fine.
Then that's all you need. Yeah. Set those. You'll know if power goes out. You can even, there's devices out there that you can put in line of your plugs for loss of power, that you'll get alert of a loss of power.
Correct.
So, yeah, you have that and then you're good. Then it's just a matter of, where do you move all your stuff from your 3-door fridge to keep it good, assuming it's going to be a long power issue. If you're less than 7 hours, you're fine. in a fridge if you're not opening it 10 times an hour.
Yeah.
If you're smart about it, those fridge will hold that temp. Mine went out overnight and it was fine. You know,
Yeah.
it had barely lost anything by the time I saw it. So, yeah, it was cold enough in the morning. I didn't realize it wasn't running until 4 hours after I was up and in and out of that thing.
Whoops. Just a whoops.
But just because it was so cold in there,
Yeah.
you know, because it holds temp so well. So yeah, I think you're over concerning yourself with that.
It's definitely a possibility for sure. Definitely a possibility.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways to. I mean, not safeguard, but I mean, you could if you wanted to put in a generator there that's an auto backup. But
I'm gonna
have fun footing that bill.
I have, well, definitely not. Yeah, I have another 9500 Predator that I could always bring.
Are you on consumers? Is that consumers there?
Yes.
Yeah, then I would definitely have something ready.
Anyway,
we get a warm summer, and you're going to see rolling brownouts in Michigan next year. They don't have enough power. They're on a power deficit currently.
No, what's his name's in power now? We're not going to have to worry about that.
Huh?
He's getting rid of all the mandates.
That doesn't matter.
Just saying.
Consumers doesn't have the power to give us.
Completely understand. Why can't you just let me be positive?
I'm positive this is a major problem.
True, I know.
Yes, Michigan is going to see rolling brownouts and blackouts next year. We got lucky this year with a very cool summer.
Well, when I lived in Dearborn, we had rolling brownouts.
Yeah, I'm talking statewide.
And that's DTE Energy, which is huge.
Mm-hmm. But again, they're not generating enough power. Consumers can't generate enough power. They brought on the nuclear plant over here that they shut down 5 years ago, and that power's gone already.
Bring in more.
Bring in more?
Bring in more.
Yeah, just put it on a truck. Bring in more.
Where's the electric guy from Marvel?
So yeah, so my dad, the company he worked for,
he still works for.
No, he doesn't. This is a big reason he got out, because he didn't want to have to deal with this fucking bullshit. So the business park that they have built on their property, they've had to turn people away, data centers, because they can't supply them. There's not enough power. They don't have enough power to give them. So, in further news, I don't know if you know anything about the Grand Rapids area, but it's kind of exploding. And Microsoft just bought 300 acres just down the road from the airport to build a massive data center that there is not enough power for.
Bring in more.
So Microsoft bought part of 3 Mile Island.
Oh, that's great.
They're turning it back on. They bought it, and they're going to generate their own power for that area because they can't buy power from anybody else.
It's good to have money.
So unless the Don is going to greenlight every nuclear project that's been in the pipeline and fast track those, this country's in yeah, it's going to get ugly. So
sad.
There's my spiel. I wish that solar and wind could match what we output for everything else, but it just can't, and we use too much power in this country. And we're suggesting everybody use more with electric vehicles. Bernie, Jason, Justin, the barbecue place. Skippy, do you not want to have a generator at the cafe to have as a backup? I have a big one at the restaurant and lost power on takeout night. Was able to run all equipment, and it went flawless.
It's something I don't. It's just I don't own the building. I'm just renting.
But you can still do like a Predator outside and just run extension cords.
Yeah, I have a Predator 9500, so I can definitely run extension cords and such. there's definitely a lot of room for that. So it's not a question whether I want one or not. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
I did put out a Facebook post yesterday, kind of telling people a little bit more about, or reintroducing people to us and like what to expect. I've been going back and forth on menu choices and whether it's going to be any different than what I currently run. And I've made the decision that no, it's not going to be different than what I normally run.
At all, or are you going to have some, like a couple new items?
I might have new items, but it's still going to be on the creative side of things.
Not new permanent, just new special.
Like, I want to get a panini press, and I've always wanted to do a brisket grilled cheese or brisket melt. Always wanted to do it. But I would love to take our Cuban and actually press it. So that might be something that we do. But yeah, did you Facebook? Since I'm on my Facebook profile right now,
Yep.
Did you get an email or a message from them regarding monetization?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I know. I was getting monetized based off of what's called their performance bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting monetized off everything.
Oh, really?
And I didn't do anything different. I just had to say yes or no. So like my posts and reels and stuff like that. It used to be you had to have over 10,000 followers to get bonus on reels and stuff like that. But like I get bonused on like group posts, like if I'm in a specific group now. It's interesting. I haven't started on subscriptions yet, and I really haven't.
No. Do you really want to offer subscriptions to your
not yet
content pages?
Not yet. But like in stream, if I do a reel, they might place an ad in there, and I get monetization off of that. I don't know. It's just the way they do things. It's just, I guess, weird.
You said you got that email or a message?
I think it was I went to look at my performance bonus on my dashboard, and there was a message that came up that says you're not. That's not where you look for monetization anymore.
Oh, you've been selected for a new limited time test. Group posts can now be temporarily receive bonus boosts. Increase your earnings by creating engaging group posts. Okay.
So I'm looking at more messages that I got. You've been invited to use licensed music with content monetization. Your reels can earn money if you include eligible tracks from Facebook Audio Library.
Justin says he always does specials for winter season to try to bring in excitement. He's working on a Mexican and Italian infused menu.
Ooh. Well, make sure you share that with us, because I'd love to see that.
So
I did. So as a funny thing, we took our chili that we made for the Frito pie and I put it on top of mac and cheese. Did a chili mac. It's actually pretty good.
I believe that.
Well, I also put it on top of our cheesy potatoes. Are we keeping you up?
Sorry, I yawned. Jeez.
Still jet lagged?
Yes.
You're an hour and a half flight, or 2 hour flight, or however long it was. Did you stick the kids back in economy and you and the wife took first class?
You watch too many movies. They're having the time of their lives back there. First class. Yeah, first class on Allegiant and Southwest. That's a thing. He said he posted some pictures on his personal Facebook. So
great. Thanks.
All right, we got 10 minutes to go. Excuse me.
What? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. So have you talked to Aetna about continuing your relationship for next year?
When would I have done that? I haven't talked to anybody.
Are you hoping that they contact you, or you reach out to them?
No, I will reach out. I've been gone.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Okay.
One day. That was the Sunday between Saturday and Monday when I left, and then I got back yesterday afternoon.
Completely understand.
I have not reached out to anybody. I am reaching out to every business contact that we have over the last 3 years to get going on scheduling stuff for them. Oh, thanks for reminding me though. So I was talking about this a little bit before you hopped on. Oops, fuck. Our airport viewing area, which has been a good spot. Apparently I have a bill due.
Oh, I wanted to get that paid.
Yeah, we'll see. I gotta start paying for our vacation. Anyways, they've done Wednesdays during the summer that's like a 3-month stretch from 10 to 4. Had to be there for the entire time. They had lots of complaints this year because people weren't allowed to leave. If they did leave early, they were removed from the schedule. So they did a survey at the end of the year, and we knew they were kind of playing with some different ideas of not forcing everybody to stay or allowing people to even stay later than 4 o'clock. So I got an email from them. Let me see if I can. Let's pop this out. Let me share my screen real quick. See if we can get this to work. Is that the right? That is the right one. All right. Everybody can see this. I will read it as well for those that can't read and that are listening via the podcast, not just watching. So they're working on 3 tiers. The pricing, she said, is not in place. It's just there kind of as if type of thing. So tier 1 is 3 dates per season. Tier 2 is 8 dates per season. Tier 3, 15. And tier 4, all access anytime throughout the season. Now, you're thinking, well, that's not very many Wednesdays. There can't be enough to make it worthwhile. So they're opening it up to any day of the week that the park is open. In any hours that you want to be there when the park is open. Park opens, I think it's pretty much standard as a Kent County Park, dusk till dawn type of thing. So it's, I think it was about 20 weeks that they were open. The park was open that they offered dates out before.
Pretty much what, April to October?
No, it wasn't even that late. So probably May.
Okay.
May to end of August. Yeah, so May to October, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's well, I didn't even read the whole thing or look at the next spot. Plan to move the food truck area serving area to the depicted modification would likely be rolled out in 2 phases over 2 years. Beginning next year, we would grade the site, set the pavement, and install gated entry exit for trucks. We aren't sure if we will have electricity by then or not, but everyone will likely need generators in 25. Electricity will be added in 26, as well as more parking spaces and possibly a modification to the roadway through the viewing park, allowing for one-way traffic.
Okay.
So it sounds like they want to put some more money into it. As weird as it sounds, it's a big draw.
How much did it cost you
that
per
park
attendance?
in general? $50 a day.
Okay.
So, which makes some of these other numbers seem way out there.
Well, if they're putting money into it, I can understand it.
Yes,
that's fine.
Exactly, and I think that everybody's on board with that. Like, if eventually we're going to get power, clearly that money has to come from somewhere because the park doesn't generate funds anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's tons of picnic space. There's tons of parking, and right now the trucks are taking up parking. So there's people parking down the road and walking in. So it makes sense for them to move. Let me pull this up. Let's see if we can't get that. So before, can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay. So before, this whole area to the right was the trucks. So we take up that whole area right there.
And how many? Average?
Anywhere from probably like 6 trucks. 6, 7 trucks every time. So moving it out to this area here would be, I mean, really nice. This is a whole nice, very nice bathroom facility area. with covered picnic tables. But yeah, on most days, this whole parking lot is full. There's cars parked along the grass and in the grass and all the way down the road to the entrance of the park.
Okay.
And it's busy on days that there aren't food trucks there. So we landed yesterday, and there was probably 15 cars there at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a Monday afternoon, and it was raining.
Were they expecting food trucks or no?
No.
Okay, they were just there to be there.
They were just there to be there. Probably had a sack lunch from, and people go just to watch planes and relax for a little bit and have their lunch break.
How long has something like this been going on?
How many years?
Yes. Food trucks.
Oh, 5 years, probably 5-6 years.
All right.
It's been a while. It's a well-established thing.
Gotcha.
And that's what she's saying is I can't promote it as well for individual trucks because it's fluctuates, so much now. It's not a designated day every week. But if people are expecting or know, then they can expect trucks there every day. I don't know. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards an all access type of thing. And we fill in the calendar around it. We were planning on taking every Wednesday this year anyways. So whatever those dates were, we were planning on taking every one of them.
So $1,500 for how is it just once
Let's
a week?
Say,
or could you really go every day if you wanted to?
If the 1,500, you could go every day. It is unlimited anytime, as many days as you want.
I'm wondering how many people have a second truck and just park it there every day.
If I had one, it wouldn't be a bad spot to park one.
I know one for sale.
But there is not there is not many places in Grand Rapids that have 2 trucks. So
true.
I think there's
all right. So
2 or 3.
Like if you were Patty Matters, would you take your second truck out there?
On days that we didn't have anything going on, yeah. So season would consist June, July, August, so 3 months. So you're 15.
So you figure what?
15 weeks.
2 times there to get your money back?
To get the $1,500 back? Yeah. Yeah, we were doing consistently $1,200 to $1,500 lunches.
Now, was it always just Wednesday open and now it's every day? Or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See, that could be a thing too.
You'd be able to be at the park 7 days a week from dawn till dusk if you wish. So, I mean, yeah, we have a weird Sunday where we don't have anything going on. If I can pull into the airport park viewing area and, hope for the best, just like we would anywhere else. It's kind of we had something cancel or something fell through.
Yeah.
Or, a location's not working out the way we would hope it would. I don't know how easy it would be just to add on a day because I'm assuming they're going to have a calendar out there and it's going to be, people are popping in dates and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
It'd be nice if they would we're only going to allow 4 trucks a day. And that's how they've done it before, where there's only so many slots. Once those slots are filled, that's it. I think it was 6 or 7 last year. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what the final pricing turns out to be. I don't think $1,500 for an anytime access is too crazy.
No, I mean it's 3 months though. That's all access I get, but they've never done all access before. They've only done Wednesdays. So now you're opening it up to where is it going to oversaturate it because it's 7 days a week now?
But it's not. So people aren't going there though to eat food. That's the other part. There's just people there.
Yeah, correct. And I get that. So yeah, I don't want to. I wouldn't want to pay so much for it to then be now oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
Because people or food trucks should be able to afford $1,500.
Yeah.
And are they?
But again, is
she going to have a calendar where she invites 15 food trucks there a day?
No, they cap it just like they did on Wednesdays. It wasn't we'll take as many that want to sign up. They limit the number of trucks a day. I imagine they would do the same for this.
Yeah, that'd be.
There's not going to be a day where you go out there and there's 25 trucks.
So going back to what I was saying though, is if you get all access, you pay $1,500 basically 3 months, you have a second truck, you want to be out there every day. Let's just say. I'm not saying that's
Mm-hmm.
smart, but you got 2 people that can run the truck, you can deliver food and be happy.
Yeah.
How are they going to, I guess, limit it? Where is it once a week? Are they going to limit it to once a week? Are they going to limit it to 3 times a
No,
week?
no, you can go out as many times as you want as long as the slots are there. So
But
they
how do you,
have a
I guess
calendar.
how do you get the slots? That's where I was going with it. Like how can you guarantee the slots? You be the first to respond,
Hold
or
on.
is there a calendar?
Like I said earlier, there's a calendar, and you fill in your slots, your open slots. So if there's an open slot, you can slide in, just like they've done every other year.
Okay.
It's first come, first serve.
Yeah, so people realistically, I guess
I mean, yes, you could have 7 barbecue food trucks out there, but no one's going to do that to themselves. You know,
well, it's not a
like when we did it last year, we looked to see who else had already signed up. You know,
Mhm.
oh, is there already a barbecue truck? Who is it? Are we willing to be set up next to them? And in most cases, yes, we were.
Mhm.
And they stopped showing up.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with this being set up next to
But
another
yeah,
barbecue truck. It just
yeah. I mean, so
happens all
yes,
the time.
they're not saying only one burger truck. Like if you could have, and it's never happened because owners are smart enough to realize that they don't want to be set up with 6 other burger trucks or 4 other burger trucks. You know,
Mhm.
so you're going to get the most of anything that's out there is taco trucks. You
So
usually get 2 or 3
do
taco
you
trucks
think
or
they'll
something like
do a
that.
master sign up list and then restrict it from there, like whittle it down? So if like let's say the first Wednesday or first Monday or Tuesday, whatever, you got 30 trucks that sign up. Are you think they're
You can't. 30 trucks can't sign up. There's only 6 slots that you can put your name in.
so 6 trucks
It's
per day?
it's it's a live calendar that everybody has access to with certain number of slots that you can put your name in.
So I don't.
Once the slots are full, you can't add your name to the list.
Okay, so going back to what you said about being finding a Sunday, if you had a random Sunday that didn't work out,
Right. If there was a slot available, yes, we could slide, which is what I said. I said I don't know how easy it would be just to slide in if all of the slots are full, but I don't think they necessarily would be every day.
how many trucks do they limit it per day?
Oh my god.
I,
Why am I answering the same fucking questions I've already talked about 3 fucking
I don't
times?
remember the answer to that. 6? Is it 6?
Yes, it was 6 or 7.
Okay, that's all. Okay, I don't think it's worth fifteen
Don't
hundred
say
bucks.
that's all I asking.
No, I don't think it's worth $1,500 then.
Right. Then I don't have to worry about you getting an invite.
I definitely will not drive to Ford Airport to get an invite. That's fine.
And those aren't they're arbitrary numbers. So I imagine it's going to be close to that though. But I don't think you're going to have an overwhelming number of trucks paying $1,500 for an anytime pass.
I think
Considering
it'd be
it
hard to
doesn't get
sign up.
sent out, it doesn't get why.
Because if you're paying that amount of money and you want to go every time you want to go,
Mm-hmm.
like
So even if I go 15 times, it's only $100 a
no, and
stop.
that's fine. I'm saying that because it's first come first serve,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not whittling it down. They're not making the decision on what trucks go there.
They never have, and it's never been a problem because owners are smart enough to decide for themselves,
Okay.
right?
You'd think so, yes. Because there again, there's
If you could see the live list and you saw that there was 4 other barbecue trucks there, would you still go? There's no penalty for withdrawing. Like I can take my name off the list.
no, probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, on the first day that it announces, you fill in all the dates you want. You go back and look. The following week, yeah, if shit hit the fan and people are dumb, then yeah, maybe you take your name off a couple of those days and move them to a couple other days that the signups aren't as full or
I look at our food truck Tuesdays where we have to sign up for every date that we're available, and then they whittle it down to the trucks they want those days.
so they don't do this. It's all up to
All
us.
right.
It's food trucks that are making the decisions on who's where. As long as there's an open spot, you can still sign up. If you want to compete against like trucks that are there, then that's up to you.
I would agree. Yes, that's fine. Yes, I don't think I would make that dollar amount. I don't think I'd pay the. I'd probably pay the second one. Was it $900 or something like that? 1,000.
The second from the top.
Yeah, because I think that was
So
like
15 dates for $1,000.
how much is it? 14.
15 dates for $1,000.
Yes,
So
it's $100
so you're
a
at
day.
$75. That's not $100 a day. That's $100 a day would be 1,500, which is what I was
Sorry,
saying.
75.
If I only went 15 times, it's still $1,500 or $100 a day.
Correct.
Which is an amount that I can swallow having a couple slow days on. So even if I went just every Wednesday like they normally had it, where people are conditioned to expect food trucks out there, I'm still good. And I'm paying a little bit extra for them to improve the land.
Correct.
So, which is why I can justify the 1,500 versus, well, I'm only going to take 8 dates and see how it goes. Because there's definitely times throughout the year where, you know, we all have cancels, or whatever. Other locations don't work out, and it'd be nice to be able to move some locations we can move around and fill in with these if it's going well. And I'm not saying it's going to go well. Maybe it'll be an utter disaster. But I don't play with scared money, so.
No such thing
And
as
yeah,
scared
I mean,
money.
most trucks should be able to afford $1,500. Most won't pull the trigger because it's a lot of money.
It is. Oh, I agree.
In most trucks' eyes, that is a lot of money. But we also have events in Grand Rapids where it's, you know, $3,000 for the weekend. You know, I've paid $1,000. I paid $2,000 for a weekend and lost our asses. This seems like a more secure bet than those days.
True.
So, I got Justin says, F Tyson versus Paul. I'm here for Rex versus PB&J's.
My fight was so.
Let me slap you. Oh, you got to watch it?
On a cell phone because it wasn't buffering on a cell phone. So since we don't need to talk about this, I'll talk about it anyway. So that fight, I think Paul could have knocked him out at any time. And didn't I'm not going to say out of respect, but he was definitely faster, definitely landed more punches, definitely Mike Tyson. He wanted Tyson to have his one last hurrah. And obviously $20 million helps, but
helps Tyson not to fight.
Helps Tyson justify losing his last fight.
Allowing himself to lose his last fight without trying as hard?
I think he tried. If you noticed, his legs just stopped moving.
I didn't watch it. I don't watch boxing. I hate boxing. I think it's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
So in the first, he actually won the first round, but his legs honestly just stopped moving. He stayed in one spot, and he's not a fighter that stays in one spot. But his 60-year-old legs, 58-year-old legs, whatever. But then the memes that come up after he wins or Jake Paul wins was like, "Congratulations, Jake Paul, you won. Here's your next fight. It's 102-year-old Jimmy Carter."
Yeah.
But supposedly he now wants to fight Canelo Alvarez for an actual boxing title at like 200 pounds.
Means nothing to me.
At 200 pounds, which he was 230, I think was what he weighed in at.
You're saying words that I don't know.
Whatever.
I have no idea who the name you said was.
One of the top fighters in the world.
Sorry, no idea.
Boxers in the world. I mean, he's a fighter, but boxers in the world.
Yeah. You could name off 6 boxers, and I probably wouldn't know any of them.
I think you would.
That are current fighting right now?
No, I don't know half the ones that are fighting right now. I know I know Canelo Alvarez. He's a Mexican ginger.
Never heard of her.
Him. Sorry. To him. The girls' fight though was probably the best. Somehow one of the girls got docked a point, and the other girl threw more punches, and she still lost. So they're saying it was rigged, or landed more punches.
Haven't they been saying boxing's been rigged though for decades?
Big fights like this, yes. This was absolutely rigged.
for Jake Paul to win.
Absolutely. There was no chance Tyson was going to win. But they did say this is the first time in history that you could have parlayed Mike Tyson and the Detroit Lions Super Bowl into a bet, and I'm like, you would have lost.
Justin says best boxers: Ralph Lauren, F.O. Loom, B. Haynes. Yeah, I've heard of those guys. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the only reason I have any idea of any of that fight is because of social media.
Yeah.
And from what I saw of the small clips of the fight versus how Tyson was training,
two different things.
Those are so far apart on his speed of arms.
He's got this thing where he bites his glove as he's waiting to throw a punch. Like he's like this, and he's actually like got his glove in his mouth.
Well, it's because he's so excited.
I'm like, you just gotta bite the other guy's ear. And then
I'm gonna hit you.
Then they had Evander Holyfield on as a panel guest, and he couldn't talk worth a crap.
He was one of the judges. No wonder Tyson didn't win.
But they packed it 70,000 fans inside Dallas Cowboy Stadium or AT&T Stadium, and the fight didn't start until 11:45 at night.
Biggest crowd they've had there this whole year for between football and boxing. Did the Cowboys lose again last night?
Yes,
I don't even know.
Lost.
Okay. Did the rest of the roof collapse yet?
No, but they. Yeah, okay. I saw that thing that pieces of sheet metal were just falling from the sky.
I tell you, $1 billion just doesn't get you what you used
Supposedly, they just have never opened the roof.
Well, it's been like 4 years since they opened the roof.
What the hell?
You got a WD-40 that shit every once in a while. Oil that chain.
You decide to open the roof, and then you got things just falling. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs lost, so that's all that matters.
Hey. Detroit Lions, best record in football right now.
Tied for the best record in football.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Theirs is prettier, though.
Gotta be true. Gotta be tied.
It is tied for the best record.
But they would win the tiebreaker, I believe, because of points scored.
If you point differential. Have you seen that stat?
I was going to look it up, but yeah, it's
like 70 points higher than the next team.
Yeah,
60 points higher than the next. So as of right now, if they continue on the trajectory that they are for point differentials, they'll finish like top 3 all time in point differential.
So point differential right now, they are not.
They haven't allowed a touchdown in the second half of a game in 7 games.
So they are plus 159. Okay, yeah. Plus 159. The next one is the Buffalo Bills at plus 106.
Oh, I must have saw a late one then. So it's about 60 points, but yeah, isn't it insane the difference? Like they're so much further ahead.
And the fact that the Atlanta Falcons are leading the NFC South with a point differential of minus 30. like how does that happen?
Yeah, it's this Lions team is not just doing historic things for the franchise, but things that haven't been done in the NFL in a long time.
So they are, and points for is 336. The Bills are the closest with 320.
Yeah. So they had this posted. So the last time the Lions played Jacksonville, they also beat them by like 60 points. So I think the combined score between the two games was like 120 to 22 or 110 to 22 or something like that. It was insane.
Are you going to try to go to the Colts game this weekend?
No, I gave up on that a long time ago. Because those are the tickets I was looking at originally. Yeah. Because it was close enough, and I wasn't expecting the Colts to be super good this year. So I figured it'd be a cheaper ticket.
Tickets as low as $223.
Yeah. And those are upper deck. So when I had looked in preseason, the tickets weren't that bad. You could get decent lower bowl within the first 15 rows for a couple $100 a piece. Yeah. And like 3 weeks into the season, man, they went through the roof, and it was all the Lions people buying tickets, and I get it. I did see someone was selling tickets for Lions Packers on December 5th, the Thursday night game.
Oh.
End zone 23rd row for like $350 a piece.
Mm.
And it's tempting. I don't like end zone seats. I've sat in the end zone there.
So our friend Detroit Pigskin Barbecue, Greg Brooks?
Yeah.
So that's where his season tickets are, is third or second row end zone. He gave it to us, or we bought them for Colts Lions pregame, or not pregame, preseason game.
Preseason. Mm-hmm.
And the tickets are, I mean, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But they're so close. They're so close to the end zone.
I just don't like not being able to see the other end of the field without looking at the Jumbotron. Like,
I don't mind.
I've been to enough.
I don't mind being at club level or like second level.
Right. Be closer to midfield would be nice. I've been to enough games now to where the atmosphere is not enough. Like, I want to be able to see the game. Otherwise, I'll just sit at home. Justin says you can get a Titans ticket for a spaghetti sandwich. I already saw that game.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good.
But yeah, that's probably the game we should have gotten tickets to. Was that game? It would have been $5 for just behind the bench.
So end zone resale tickets are anywhere from like $400 right now.
Yeah, and I don't want to pay that much to, and it'd be a great game, great atmosphere. I'm more comfortable at home.
It is.
And I don't like the end zone seats. I don't like not being able to see the other end of the field.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
So
it's
because and the times that I've been either in the corner or in the end zone, all the action happens on the other end of the field.
Yeah.
Team will be driving down and they'll be the end of the quarter and they'll flip fucking sides and you don't see shit that happens. Yeah. So I'd rather be midfieldish, preferably. We'll shoot for next year.
Yeah, we'll see. On that note,
hopefully their away schedule is better next year. Yeah, go Lions. Go Things.
They're a 7.5 point favorite. That's the spread.
This week?
That's the spread. Yeah, 7.5 points.
For the Colts?
Yeah. They opened -8. Right now the spread is -7.5.
Well, that's not going to be a problem, I don't think.
Over under is 50.
For the Lions?
Total.
Just for the Lions?
Total. I don't know.
I'd go over. I have to look to see how the Colts. I know they've been better than they were to start the year. But I don't think they've been. I don't think they're serious playoff contenders, are they?
They have lost 3 of their last 5.
Okay.
Their current, they're second in AFC South at 5-6. Okay. So the Lions.
Bernie says the
rest of the Lions' schedule is. I'm not going to say
hard.
Hard? I don't know if it's hard.
You got the Vikings twice. You got the Packers again.
Yeah, the Vikings. So the Vikings once.
Oh, that's right. They already beat them once.
Yes, you got the Bears twice.
You
do have the
Packers
Bills.
And Vikings
the Bills game will be.
The Bills.
That'll be fantastic.
San Francisco starting to right the ship.
Yes.
But I think that is going to be another one of those. Unless they have the number 1 seed locked up, that's going to be a game that Dan Campbell's going to try to make a point. It's going to be a classic Jim Harbaugh perfect season. I don't care how much we're beating you by. We're going to show you that we're better than you type of game.
That's a big
just because of last year in the NFC. They gave up that huge lead in the NFC Championship. They are the best second half team in the NFL this year, by far.
Who, the Niners?
No, the Lions.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
second half of the game, so fourth quarter.
I know.
They haven't given up a touchdown in 7 games in the second half of the game.
The NFC West is absolutely despicable right now. I mean, you got 3.
Yeah, but McCaffrey's back. San Francisco's getting some pieces back. I think they're going to be able to make a run at the playoffs. It'd be really nice if losing to Detroit kept them out of the playoffs.
They got the Vikings, the Packers, and the Bills are 9-2.
Yep.
The Bills are going to be
there. That game's going to get moved to prime time. It's already a 4:25 game. That should get moved to prime time, I'm guessing.
It's just going to be.
Assuming they both win their next few games, game will be huge. It'll get billed as a Super Bowl preview. if they're both
Could
win
be.
the next 3 games each.
Yeah.
They'll bill it as that and move it to Sunday night. Yeah, I mean, it's not a super hard schedule, but it's one of the hardest in the NFL.
A lot of. I don't know about the Bears have a really bad schedule coming up. The Bears have
That's because they suck.
I understand, but the Bears have probably the hardest schedule going forward.
Yeah, they get all the other the opponents the NFC North has already played. They got the
Lions twice, they got the Vikings twice, they got the Niners, and they finished at the Seahawks.
Yeah.
To me, that's a very tough schedule.
So, yeah, I think before this game, the first half of the season, the Lions' opponents were at 500. The second half of the year, opponents were at I think 55. So just over 500, putting them at the hardest stretch to end the year. So, yeah, it's a.
I mean, they lost.
I'm excited.
The Bears lost to the Patriots, 19-3.
So they only need one more win to match their total for last year for wins when they won the division. And the franchise record for wins in a season is 12, which they tied last year.
Oh.
Yeah. Team of Destiny. Team of Destiny.
Oh.
I can't wait to go to a parade in February.
It'd be a good parade. It'd be good.
I love a parade.
On that note, any more comments?
Nope, I got nothing. All right, everybody, have a great day. It's been a good 2 hours almost of being on the air. We went way over.
I know. Everybody loves us, though.
So, yeah, some of them do. They tolerate us, I think, more than anything. Bernie said the only Tyson he cares about is them damn chicken prices.
Hold on.
All right, everybody.
Hold on, one more. Sorry. So the World Food Championships, the finals for barbecue, they give you a special ingredient. This year, last year was like Tyson chicken thighs. This year it was Cornish game hen. They gave it to them a day early. They were all frozen. So we were thinking, okay, Cornish game hen, that's like 1.5 pounds. Like, they're not big. Yeah. They're obviously not big. They're only 8-week-old chickens. But we were talking about, okay, can you make a beer can chicken? We're like, no, the beer can won't fit up there. You got to take one of those. You need one of
minis. Those little, like the skinny Red Bull cans.
Like the really mini, or the mini small ones. We're thinking like Mountain Dew or something like that. Just stick that up its ass. The guy won with a barbecue chicken quarter inside some ramen broth, it looked like. Yeah. Anyway, congratulations, Sean Williams. Anyway.
No bitterness there. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I think we'll be back next Monday for regularly scheduled
programming.
That's the best day for me, I know, because Thanksgiving's next week already.
It is. Fuck.
Yep. So we have an event. We're cooking next week. So
we are not. Go team. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Had to quote a funeral on Friday.
Sorry for your loss. It'll be $1,600.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm so sorry.
We'll give you the same price the casket guy gave you. Make it simple.
It's $11 a person.
I was asked today.
Yeah, 2 days after Thanksgiving, they're having a funeral. I'm like,
you just have leftovers? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, make an extra turkey.
Shit. If I make it for you, it's going to cost a lot.
Yeah,
but hey, whatever.
So, all right. I'm going to go take a nap.
Okay. Have a great day.
I am loving off season.
Bye.
See you, buddy.